gentlemen, welcome. So, two-wheeler manufacturers in India seem to be enjoying the element of surprise. Announce a launch date, tell no one what it is, no spy shots. So when Honda said that a new two-wheeler was upon us, and the publicity for it included a focus on the letter F. F for Forza, the maxi scooter? Nope. Ta-da! The CB300F. Why though? Honda already has a potent 300cc street fighter in the form of the CB300R. So what is this? As it turns out, the F is a lot more accessible than the R in ways more than one. And that's exactly what I'm going to try and elaborate on. Beginning with the simple things then. The CB300F definitely looks sharp and sporty, and why not? The design is based on the larger CB500F. But then in comparison to the CB300R, the overall motorcycle is a lot more relaxed in a lot of ways. A, it does not make as much power, it weighs slightly more than the R, the wheelbase is longer, and the seat height is lower as well. All of these things combined, I reckon, are a good proposition for young riders, first-time buyers, and the not-so-tall riders. Let me take a seat for some perspective. I'm 5'5" and I have my feet well planted on the ground. Now, when I said that it weighs in more than the R, it's still 153 kilograms, which is really not a lot. So to push and pull it around, it's really no trouble whatsoever. What is it like to ride though? Let's delve into that.
Honda say that this 293cc air oil-cooled single-cylinder engine is all new. It makes 24 horsepower and 25.6 Nm of torque, which is about 7 horsepower less than the CB300R and only 2 Nm below. But the engine has been geared towards better low-end performance, and it does feel like it. It'll easily cruise at 40 kmph in the 4th gear and pick up pace without any complaints. The throttle response is linear and consistently torquey in every gear. Towards the higher end of the RPMs, the bike's quick to get to speeds like 80 kmph and will sit there for long. But it does feel like a bit of a struggle beyond that. But the CB300F makes for an effortless ride. The riding position is relaxed, but the rider does lean slightly forward on the handlebar, which is better for control. It is lightweight, it feels light on the handlebar, and is also quick to switch directions on corners. The suspension setup, which is also said to be new, is sprung neither too soft nor too firm. You can use this bike for demure riding or have some fun on twisties. To retail through Honda's big wing network, the CB300F in fact doesn't come across as a heavy mid-segment motorcycle, but a peppy, smaller bike that has also a bit of the Honda Hornet in its visuals.
And it has a slip and assist clutch, and no doubt the pull on the clutch lever is very soft. If I talk about the gearbox, although very smooth and refined, it gave me trouble on a number of occasions during the ride today, which is not synonymous with Honda motorcycles as much as I've ridden them so far, and I'm hoping it's just an anomaly. Plus, if I talk about the engine refinement, and this engine is fairly refined, and when I say very refined, and that's what you expect from Honda, although not as much as most Hondas are, maybe not as much as the CB300R is.
Not a lot of 300cc motorcycles come with a traction control system, but the CB300F does, as do the CB350 bikes. While traction control does not come across as too necessary for 24 horsepower, but it does come in handy in rainy conditions, which were exactly the conditions we experienced the bike in for the first time. And perhaps it also assists the MRF tires to avoid spins and slips. Plus, braking from the single discs both front and rear is appropriate.
So this modern looking motorcycle has some gadgets to boast, and the highlight has to be the Bluetooth feature, which was first introduced with the CB350 Highness and then the RS as well. through which you can use navigation and take phone calls and messages as well. But the thing is that you have to have Bluetooth earphones on to be able to use it because it's based on voice. It's not as simple as directions on the instrument cluster, which would have been nice though.
Overall, the CB300F comes across well built and has features that would appeal to the younger generation. It offers ease of operation, a sports-oriented performance, and a fresh design in the segment.
So I'm thinking this is a good little bike. It has that low-end performance, it is a nippy handler, but I may be having a little trouble positioning it in my mind and the market as well. Because the problem is the likes of Suzuki Gixxer 250, which I don't think looks this premium, but then it is priced at about 1.8 lakh, which is substantially lower, and it makes more power, and it is a very good handling machine at that. But with the CB300F, what you get is the big bike treatment with Honda Big Wing. So the after sales and service will be proper. You will not see your motorcycle parked behind a queue of commuters for service. Speaking of which, this will make a brilliant commuter for every day, perfect for city streets. If you do end up buying one of these, I reckon there's not much you'll be upset about. Thank you ever so much for watching. For anything and everything auto, consider to subscribe to our channel. Bye bye, take care.